Hey guys, it's the BrainScratch crew here with what is probably one of the most divisive Sonic games released. One of my personal favorites. I know everybody else here has their own varying opinions of that. This is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I did the GameCube version because it's the best one.
Once
Yeah!
more, with feeling this time.
An event 5 years in the making.
Wait a minute. Whoa, wait, this isn't SA1. You fuckers lied to me!
Shut up and eat your sundae.
Oh, man.
Gareth, if you think about it, it's 5 out of 6 syllables are the same. So like,
But that lost to the most important part, Ted.
So yeah, this is probably, I'd say, one of the most. I'd say if it's not Sonic 1 or Sonic 2 that got a lot of Sonic fans into the series as a whole, this one's probably the most common I hear for people saying this is my first Sonic game. Probably because it was the first Sonic game on a Nintendo console. I think makes sense. So
It's it's either Sonic 2 or Sonic Adventure 2.
yeah.
That I hear as the starting points for either generation. And I think it being released on the GameCube definitely helped because this game was on the Dreamcast for about I think a year or two prior.
Yeah, it was 2001.
About that, yeah.
I think the GameCube version came out in 2002. Oh, just a quick note. I am playing the game with all of the upgrades. That's just so that I can do the best run of all the levels. I will be showing off where most of the upgrades can be found if you want to play along or whatever. So yeah, I love this goddamn opening. For the record, this is badass.
It's pretty sweet. My earliest memory of this game, I didn't even know it was, there was this English game channel that would show like infomercials from like Sweden or something, and there was this cutscene, but he had his regular shoes, and I was like, yeah. And then I played the game, and I was like, wait a minute.
And
I've
you
seen
can
this
still
before.
you can still see essence of that in the original Dreamcast release of SA2 when Sonic busts out of the helicopter. He's wearing his regular shoes, and then as soon as he rips apart the snowboard, he's wearing the soap shoes for some fucking reason.
That's because
now.
he finds the soap shoes in the wing of the helicopter. He's like, oh, these look pretty sweet, and puts them on.
I do like the soap shoes, but they're not nearly as iconic as the normal ones.
You know what? I'm going to say I never liked the soap shoes. Like, just not even slightly, because they look so weird on his model.
Smells like product placement.
They just look so out of place. Like, you could tell he wasn't designed for these goddamn things.
I was attuned to them more in my first playthrough because later down in the hero side story, it's actually
Fuck you, Almo Chao.
it's like it begins. Good job, Ted. I
didn't know you could do that. I had no idea you could break Omo Chow. That's
Oh no,
amazing.
I do it all the time by accident in Mech.
Wow, you can do all kinds of things to Omochao.
He has
Yeah.
all sorts of wait, Gareth. He has all sorts of reactions. Like he says, "Oh man, I'm mad at you. I'm not gonna help you anymore." There's one where he gets amnesia. He's like, "Who am I? Where am I?" It's amazing.
The only thing I knew you could do is pick him up and goes, put me down! Then you throw him and he goes, goodbye!
It's because you have to pick him up to get him to talk to you. It's something that you can do by accident, but I think like isn't the pickup button also the roll button?
The B
Yes.
button's everything.
And it's also the somersault button,
Yeah.
open your can of soda button.
So I discovered that you could hurt Omochao quite by accident while playing this game.
I think everybody did it. But my first time I ever injured Omochao was during one of the mech shooting stages because you're shooting that thing all the fucking time.
No, it's probably the first place you're going to hurt him by accident.
Yeah.
What we saw just now is actually one of my pet peeves about this game. You have these, very clearly automated jump ramps that send you through the air when you do a trick, and yet you can somehow miss the power-ups that they're supposed to send you to.
It depends on speed and how quickly the accuracy of your pressing the A button. So like if you're too early or you're too late, you're not going to get as good of a trick bonus. And thus,
The positioning of the ramp also means something as well. There's a difference between hitting jump at the beginning of the ramp as opposed to hitting jump at the end of the ramp.
Yeah. So that That's why in City Escape you'll see 2 items stacked on top of each other. It's so that if you do it good, really good, you'll get like the 1-up. If you do it less good, you'll get the speed up or something like that.
Ted, please tell me at some point you turn around and use the flaming somersault to move the truck go back.
You can.
I do that. Oh, that's all I do. I just make the truck go back and back.
The gun truck is technically on rails. If you go backwards, it will drive in reverse.
Well, no, Johnny, if you spin dash into it, it jumps up the road, like it gets damaged, it goes flying up the road. I would say going back to what you said about the soap shoes. To me, that makes sense because the design of the soap shoes makes grinding make more sense than its flat regular shoes.
And as I was saying earlier, like my first playthrough when I was a teenager, I thought the soap shoes were pretty cool looking, and I still think they are to an extent because there's one scene near the end of the story. You know the scene where Sonic is about to hand over the fake emerald to Eggman. There's a close up of Sonic's feet for some fucking reason, showing off all the soap shoes in a great detail. And I thought those are badass shoes. I want those shoes. Then I grew up.
I think they also do that when he's in the prison island cell. He taps his feet, which makes a little bit more sense than at the end of the game, but whatever. Anyway, this boss can take forever if you're trying to do it the legit way. If you got the bounce bracelet, just do this, and you're fine. If you don't, jump on the boxes, and you can speed up this boss fight by about like 2 minutes.
You don't have to wait for it to land to shoot missiles to hit it.
What's weird about this boss is I kind of appreciate that they kind of keep the camera focused on it. But sometimes when you get those really low-angle shots, it just looks terrible.
Okay, well, okay.
It's because at some point you can't really see what you're trying to jump on.
Okay, I love this game. Let me never say that it has aged well, and the camera is a problem.
I think. Okay.
Excuse me, just for effect shot.
Wait, hang on. I can see the store on the other side of the level through the cockpit of the robot.
Yeah, it's made of glass, Lewis.
Let's.
No, the robot is not made of glass. The cockpit is made of glass, but I can see the store on the other side of the mech through the robot.
I just want to say, I think this is a fine introduction for Shadow, but how slow is Sonic? How long this Chaos Control takes? Sonic should have reached him like now.
Yeah, no, that's...
Like, what is he doing?
Chaos Control, like, I think this must have been the first time he used Chaos Control with that Emerald, because it needed to, like, warm up its processor or something.
you got to shake it so it works right.
Keep your fan fiction shit out of it, right?
I think just, you know, because those who've been following BrainScratch since the beginning knows that we did SA2 as one of our first ever commentaries, and the reason why we're doing this is because we want to see what we think about it, 5-6 years later. But I think
opinions have changed drastically about SA2.
But I think later. just to give the audience an idea, where do we all stand in SA2? Let's start with Ryan. Let's start with you. What? Let's start with Ryan.
Let's see. It's probably, as far as 3D Sonic games go, it's still probably my second favorite after Generations, probably tied with Colors.
Lewis.
Meh, I say.
And for those that know, you can watch my review on Some Call Me. No, I'm not going to cop out like that.
It's 40 minutes long.
Some cool
No, wait, was SA2 40 minutes long, or was...
SA2 was 40 minutes long.
Okay.
Sonic 06 was 52 minutes.
Okay.
If I'm going back to this game, I'm only playing the Sonic and Shadow stages. Because I couldn't care less about anything else.
I will go back to mech stages every once in a while, but yes, the Sonic and Shadow levels are the highlight. I say it's my favorite because I know that it has some inherent flaws, but I got way more into playing when I replayed this game to record it. I got way more into playing it than I have for a lot of other games in a long time. So I still think there's definitely still something magical about it, or whatever.
Guys, we're talking over the introduction of boobs to cleavage. Come on, show some respect.
No, she's got no cleavage whatsoever in her model here. I'm going to stop you right there. There is none. She just has like
boob.
A singular skin-colored lump on her chest.
Let me retract my statement. We just missed the introduction of boobs to jiggle physics. How's that sound?
Yeah, there we go.
Don't get me started on Rouge. Every one of Rouge's stages in the dark story gave me shit.
Gareth, what about you? What's your stance on SA2?
This game is trash now. I think it's funny ever since because whenever me and Ted tend to get into this on Twitter, everyone thinks I flat out hate this game. I don't hate this game. I just even when because I played this like a few days after it came out. I got it from my Dreamcast, and I remember even back then thinking this isn't as fun and as good as SA1. I like this game. It's a fine game. I just don't think it's great. It's objectively this game has aged better than SA1. You can make the argument.
To be honest, that's not saying much because neither game has aged gracefully. I'm just gonna say
no.
that.
On that, I will agree, but I think SA2 has aged worse.
Really? I think
so?
SA1's aged a lot worse.
SA1 breaks more, I think, is
I
part
think
of it.
SA1 has aged worse, but for my money, SA1 is still the more fun game to play. I like this game. It's got a lot of nice ideas.
I'm just a firm believer that SA1, and for the record, when I'm comparing SA1 to SA2, I'm usually not talking about the entire thing. I'm talking about all the characters that those games share, which is Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles.
Well, the big thing about SA2 versus SA1, the traditional big pluses to SA2 versus SA1 is no hub worlds, no Amy, no big. Is usually the generic responses, and
I go deeper because if you were to ask me, I think Sonic's level design in SA1 is better. I like the emerald hunting stages in SA1 more because of how the radar works. If let's just put it this way, if the radar in SA2 worked like it did in SA1, I probably wouldn't be bitching as much because I just find it an unnecessary design choice just to pad the level out. And that's not so much the case with like the earlier stages like Wild Canyon, maybe Pumpkin Hill, but it's just there is no reason for it.
What it results in Wild Canyon is aimlessly flying around the stage waiting for the radar to go off.
But the
like
stage
Ted was
is
doing
small
right
enough.
there.
But Wild Canyon is small enough for it to not be a total issue.
Wild Canyon is small enough that you might accidentally pick up some of the shards without the radar telling you where they are.
It's stages like
Sexy and smooth.
it's stages like Pumpkin Hill, Aquatic Mine, Death Chamber, Mad Space. Need I say more?
Don't get me started on Mad Space, okay? We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Yeah.
Guys, come on, we have to save Amy because she's in danger.
Also,
Of
you're
course.
gonna notice that my life count's gonna be sporadic all over the playthrough. I get very perfectionistic when playing SA2, so I need to do
welcome to my world.
I need to do A rank runs of all the levels I care about, which are Mech and Sonic
none
levels.
of
So
That's so I can make Sonic Adventure 2 look good.
Okay. This is the first game that had a ranking system, unless there was like some obscure Game Gear game or whatever. Shut up.
No, I think it is. I think it is.
Oh, so A ranks of everything except treasure hunts, because fuck the treasure hunts and A ranking them is horrible.
Well, no, it's actually easier to A rank the hard mode versions of the treasure hunting levels than the normal ones, because in the hard mode versions, the emeralds are always in a set place, so you can memorize it.
Which always baffled me.
Yeah.
I never understood that cutscene. I know it's because they can use the same one for both sides. But from Tails' perspective, we just beat the shit out of Eggman. This time I'll let you go.
It's, canonically, I think that the results of all the fights are supposed to be ambiguous, I think is supposed to be the thing.
Yeah.
I always took them as stalemates.
Yeah, basically.
No. Except for the final one.
Except for the final one between Tails and Eggman.
No,
The
Tails
final one
wins that
between
one.
Tails and Eggman.
No,
Tails definitely wins that one.
Tails,
yeah. But you only see it in his side of the story.
Yeah. And then I saved the universe.
Yeah, you see, the thing
it's weird
is...
because Sonic has to win his fight as well, because Sega have said that both endings have to happen.
No, but no,
to
the
get the
cannon
last
can't
story.
the cannon can't explode because then we'll get to that later. But the Eclipse cannon can't explode because Eggman is able to put the last Chaos Emerald in at the end. So
He puts the last emerald in, but kind of if Sonic doesn't blow up the cannon, that means he and Shadow ran towards the core. Then Sonic decided just to walk back to it.
no, I always took it that Shadow won, Eggman put the thing in, and Sonic had to run away. Was always how I
Sonic had to run away.
or whatever.
Bravely ran away.
I like Prison Island as a level a lot. It's most of the best levels in the game take place on Prison Island, actually, now that I think about it. Except for Security. Oh, fuck that place. Now, the mech shooting levels, they work like Gamma for the most part from SA1. The biggest thing, though, is that the mechs have an awful lot more weight than Gamma did. That's the biggest.
Yes,
No time
they
limit.
do. And to me, that leads to overall clunkier control.
Yep.
And it's just hard to get a precise position with Tails' mech and Eggman's mech, and they require you to do stuff that I know for a fact Gamma wouldn't have a hard time with.
No, it wouldn't.
Gamma,
Okay, well, if you were playing as Gamma, none of the platforming would be hard at all. But
but I think it also helps that Gamma is also a smaller model, so and it's easier to. Cause I'm talking mostly psychological shit here. Like when it's pretty easy to determine where a character stands and how he controls and handles, you can get a handle on things pretty easily. With Tails' mech and Eggman's mech, I'm not entirely sure how much leniency I have with walking on platforms.
See, Eggman's got mother issues, Tails has abandonment issues, Gamma has nothing, alright?
Gamma's also a goddamn
He
robot.
has no soul.
He has no soul. He's just a trained killing machine. He
Bringing
has
up
no
the control thing.
psychological issues.
Bringing up the control thing, though, I'm actually kind of the opposite of Johnny. I always had more trouble with Gamma because I felt he was too slippery.
Oh, I disagree.
No,
I disagree
think
completely.
well, that's just an SA1 thing for me in general. I think a lot of the characters are just a tad slippery in that game.
I don't see it.
It's just if you run straight with Sonic, like you hold the control stick straight up with Sonic in SA1, he'll kind of like wiggle around a little bit in his straight line.
He does that in this game too.
No, not as far as I've seen. Like if you point
Yeah.
Sonic straight, he'll just go straight. As far as I've.
Well, you also have to realize SA2's SA2's level design is also significantly more linear. So you
No,
wouldn't
okay,
notice
you're
that
okay.
comparison.
I'm gonna object to that because there's like alternate paths out the ass in this game that you guys all.
No. But I'm talking about like the standard structure. Like,
Oh,
come on, like
it's-
City Escape, Green Forest. Those are tunnels.
What do I do? Run forward. Okay.
Yeah, well,
it's
what?
like-
What? It's almost like it's a Sonic game.
Upgrade.
No, you know what, Ted? I will disagree. I mean, yes, in SA2, the level design, they do have some alternate routes here and there, but to me, they always felt more like, say, the alternate routes in Unleashed. They don't really amount to too much. They're
No,
just gonna-
there's. You guys are talking about like, oh, where's the hidden capsules? Oh, I went out of my way to find a whole bunch of shit. There's a ton of
No.
hidden
I
junk in
mean,
the
I
game.
just mean like say City Escape and especially Green Forest. That is literally you spend most of the level, admittedly, having a good time, just running forward and occasionally doing some jumps here and there.
Yeah.
But compared to SA1, it is incredibly linear.
It doesn't
its
stop with
structure.
Green Forest. Pyramid Cave.
Pyramid Cave,
fuck-
but for me, like I
you know.
never replay Pyramid Cave. 'cause
Pyramid
I can't
Cave's
remember
awesome.
what
You guys are.
Can we move on to the next part?
No.
it is. No, damn it! Let's stay here for 2 hours.
Yeah. I
It's
don't want-
the FTCR way. We talked for 20 minutes after a part for no reason.
Somebody get the popcorn, goddammit!